But we're starting a new era in WWE. For the first time in years, Roman Reigns is no longer the top dog. It's actually Cody Rhodes. And of course, when you were looking around once upon a time for Global Force Wrestling, you decided, hey, we needed an up and coming belt. We need a next big thing belt. We need a next gen belt.
Oh, here we go. Out of the gate.
And you picked one person to wave the banner for Global Force Wrestling, and he's still waving it today. Cody Rhodes. How about that?
Oh, a lot of fun, man. Wrestling, everything is a story in life. It's just how you look at it through a prism, what lens you want to put on. Yeah, I'm gonna tie back to the eclipse. Just the you know the beauty of professional wrestling is the interpretation of it, and everybody truly interprets our business on different levels at different times. And I'm not talking about the tribalism or the hardcore versus the casual versus the first timer or whatever it may be, but we all have a different spin and a different view of it and what we like and dislike. But at the end of the day, it is an emotional somebody at the gym this morning. Wrestling, it is wrestling. It has a lot of tailwind, and I think it goes back many years. Honestly, I don't think it's a. I think pre-pandemic, there was kind of a tailwind coming in a lot of ways, and with the launch of AEW, obviously it built up a lot of steam. But you dive into that story, and Cody's story, when you tie it all together, what that start in, Conrad? 70s? If you're truly want to say, when did this story start? It started in the 70s. Would that be an accurate statement, Conrad?
It's pretty crazy to think about, but yeah, I mean, that's where the story started. And I guess we could say the story's finished, but in reality, a whole new story is just starting. Of course, there's a lot of maneuvering, and it felt like a little bit of a PR deal. I wanted to get your take on that. Boy, if we heard it one time, we heard it 1,000. It's a new era in wrestling. It's the Triple H era. It's the Paul Levesque era. We heard that from Paul Heyman. We heard that from Stephanie McMahon. People were denying it in the post-match presser. Of course, Paul is saying, "Oh no, it's all of our eras." But boy, it did feel like an about face. We opened night one of WrestleMania with Paul, and opened night two with Stephanie, and we closed night two with Paul in the ring. What'd you make of all this, man? Does it feel like the regime change is complete? Or are there still more moving parts?
I've learned something over the last few. Let me think, because Conrad, that's you came right out of the gate with the hard hitting stuff to try to put it into concise words. Because for me, I'm still kind of processing it all. But again, I was going to say I've learned something the last few years. Patience is an action. A lot of folks don't look at it that, oh no, he's just going to have patience. He's just going to either sit there and wait or not think about it or do this. But silence is a decision. And coming from years gone by, that it was kind of a mixed bag in the essence that, I'll call it, if we're calling it the Triple H regime, I guess you have to call it the Vince regime, or, however, the founder regime. He never wanted his name mentioned at Hall of Fame. And, there was just the positioning. So it is without question a new era. I think with the thing that I've noticed, also with Kevin Dunn not sitting in the seat, how things are shot, how things are produced, just a little bit of that. I think me and you were texting about the behind the scenes show that's about to come out. There's more than there that meets the eye. So it is without question a strategic initiative, because there are no such thing as coincidences. I mean, it was loud and proud and bold, and I get it. I mean, we don't know what the future holds, but we certainly know that the positioning that they came out of this, and man, stock's up this morning coming off, and I'm sure it's going to be records. I was thinking about at the gym that Cody worked Saturday night, worked Sunday night on the Today Show this morning, and he'll be at Raw tonight. What a grind. So his story, finished the story. Well, buddy, he just saddled up. He's got a brand new book in front of him. He thinks he's worked in the past. He's about to work. But no, Conrad, let me ask you that I don't even know if you'd call it PR or marketing, but just the new era.
The messaging. I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah, messaging. What's your thoughts on it?
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, oh witch, the one named Vince. I mean, that's what it was all about to me. I mean, there's a report we woke up to this morning that they've taken his stock down to 4.7%. WWE's buying another $239 million from him. So Vince is going to cash out again, like 1.5 billion since September or something crazy. But I think they're doing that just to diminish his name, and they certainly did their best with that in the last week or so. I mean, the new Bray Wyatt documentary doesn't even feature the Vince doll from the Firefly Funhouse matches.
Oh wow, okay.
So like we're just we're setting it aside for now. And I know that there's some debate about whether or not that's the right thing to do. I think this is probably the modus operandi until that lawsuit's settled. When all those loose ends are tangled up, I suspect we'll start to see maybe not a celebration events, but an acknowledgement events.
Yeah.
But I think all those celebrations and acknowledgments are probably on pause for now. And it feels like maybe Brock Lesnar is out of pause too. We heard at the Monday night or the night one press conference that Brock Lesnar is still with WWE. He's just at home doing Brock Lesnar stuff. Maybe everybody's taking the let's wait and see approach for now.
And that's what I was saying. We don't know what the future holds because it's life. I mean, expect the unexpected. One of my Stoicism philosophy short reads last week was just about that. Life comes at you at hard and is relentless and never ever lets up. Expect the unexpected. Expect change. If you get comfortable in anything, that's your weak spot. It's going to change no matter if it's good or bad. So it's interesting to see where things will go. But man, for our industry, Conrad, it is. Oh boy, it's huge. I just think that's what I always try to sit back and think about. That, you know, 2 back-to-back nights in a stadium, of course, just all the stadium stuff. You know, man, we could go on and on about that.
Are you surprised that we got not 1 but 2 nights of WrestleMania and no Rock promo?
No Rock promo.
The Rock didn't pick up a microphone and talk into it on Saturday or Sunday.
But he did his talking in the ring. I mean, I think that
I get that. I found that curious.
Okay.
There was no pre-match promo from The Rock. I thought for sure there'd be a pre-match promo on Saturday. I thought for sure there'd be one on Sunday. Oh, it's Bloodline rules, blah, blah. We got none of that. I thought that was interesting.
Well, you know what? And I don't read into that really at all, that he built the heat for the last 2 months, 3 months, whatever it may be. And they set the hook over and over and over. They went off hot off the air on Monday. Now it was time to give it all back. And him doing his catchphrases in a promo would probably, I don't want to sound.
Well, hear me out. I have a theory.
Okay.
Let's go full screen on Jeff here.
Oh boy.
Jeff, that wasn't Dwayne Johnson wrestling over the weekend. That wasn't him doing a run in and getting chokeslammed by The Undertaker.
Deep fake.
That was Sunny Siaki. What? When I was in Huntsville watching with my dearly departed Uncle HR, when the Flying Elvises made their way down the ramp at the Von Braun Center, he looked at me and he said, "That's the next Rock." And I'll be damned if The Rock didn't wear that Flying Elvis outfit to the ring on Saturday night.
Conrad.
And then again on Sunday night. He's got them shits in every color. Sunny Siaki, ladies and gentlemen. It took a long time for him to finish his story. A story that started right here in Huntsville, Alabama. And he paid it 22 years later. That's Sunny Siaki, Jeff. That's 100% Sunny Siaki.
I don't know about that.
Did you hear him talk? That's the only differentiator. Because I'll be honest, I could go watch Elvis dance or I could hear him sing. And of all the people who paid to see The Rock wrestle, more of them paid to hear from The Rock. They didn't get it. And it's because that wasn't really Dwayne Johnson. It was Sunny Siaki. And he can't throw the voice. You know what I mean?
You are always one step ahead, different. I know, Pat. Yeah, I mean, you're doing the old double J.
Sunny Siaki.
Smart. Yep. Outsmart them all. Connie, you're going to outsmart them all. My goodness. You are.
What a great promo. That's easily my number one or number two Jeff Jarrett line in a promo. Outsmart them all.
Outsmart them all.